Greebles! It's Greeble time! Also, apparently where we saved, this guy was just staring at our butt, so let's kill him. You're in my world! Oh wow, I'm lagging pretty bad. What's going on? I think the game is just having to construct shaders. It does it every time you have to start it up again, so it'll be laggy for just a second. Forced to hi. Hello! Gremlin. Yeah! I whiffed. Ah! One of the Merry Kisses in your DM. But yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that. As you know, I'm not like I'm frozen. I don't dislike Christmas. It's just not really like my most my Christmas yet. It is also not Christmas yet. Then again, I do start celebrating October, or celebrating Halloween the second October starts. What's wrong with the mic? Nothing should be wrong with the mic. We did adjust some things, but it should actually help. Ha! You've died, clown! Nice clown. I take your sword. Well, yeah, no, it's different. I messed with some stuff, and it should hopefully be a better quality now. Got these bones in my bones. I was listening to that. Have you guys seen that? Oh wait, hold on. I have a gem there. Oh cool! It didn't destroy me. It didn't destroy me face. I've been listening to the you lol you. You're just used to it. You. I've been listening to those I don't hear too much of a difference. The main difference should be that you should be able to hear me a lot better. Like, just the audio balance in general should be better. Anyways, I've been listening to those, it's literally just called Bones by, hello! By, Imagine Dragons. Is it literally just called Bones? I mainly listen to the parody song, so I don't actually remember the name of the song. It's a banger. So I just have bones in your bones. It is Imagine Dragons Bones. Yeah, it's just Bones. Yeah, I've been listening to all the parody versions of it, and my two favorite are Bones, but every noun is Bones, and Bones with beat 2 and 4, or it was like beat 1 and 2, or 2 and 4 swap. Yep, that is a me. Hello, Noller. I'm playing with my snowball. We should make a snow weevil. Is this actually gathering snow? I think you have to roll it a bit more naturally, I guess. Balls. Bones! Oh yeah, there we go. Grow! Okay, we might actually lose it. I don't think I can... Wait for me! Yeah, no, we're not... it's gone. Huh? That's gone. Because I should have recalled. I didn't think about it. Oh wait, my sword. Yeah, yeah. Have sword. Tracer TF2. A, I'm dead. Tracer TF2. I just realized what you said. Slice, slice, slice. Wha-bam! Thank you. Trace is my favorite class. Lance. I used to like Overwatch. Like, I played the first one for a while, but it got to a point where I just realized I wasn't having fun. Like, I think the game's aesthetics are pretty dang fun. I think that the... Ooh, a Lizal Rapier. Or Rapier? Reaper? I don't know how they want me to pronounce that. Oh, I'll drop the Traveler's Sword. Whee! What was I saying? Yeah, but I used to play the first one a lot. But it got to a point where I... Let's do it! An Englishman in a dress. Melt. There we go. So convenient when you can melt your enemies. Scolding, I shall BRB. Okay. But I did genuinely like to play Overwatch. But it got to a point... Cheers, love, the cavalry's here! Scout, probably. But it got to a point where, I just wasn't having fun with it anymore. And I realized that, like... It was just too competitive for me. It was too competitive of a, like, situation. I'm not playing Overwatch today. Let's have up here. Oh no, we don't have a cart yet. Do we have a minecart? No, we don't. We need a minecart. We don't even need a minecart. Play that. Well, you can't make me having unplayed the game. Rawr. Like, I played it before. And the lands of Chuford are so infamously relaxed and chill. Well, yeah, when you lose in that game, you don't lose anything. Compared to Overwatch, I got very objective based. I'm not freezing. Like, I was very much like, I gotta do the whatever, I gotta get all my boxes for this week so I can go do this, and then I have a chance to get my skin, whatever. Stuff is cool. Hey. Kite and horse. Am I freezing again? I am. Why am I 2 fire things not enough? Ah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I wasn't yelling. Stop saying that I am. Let's see. Link? Yeah. What do we want to do? We have a couple of options for what we can do. Let's see. So there's sport, home cooking. They want a stamina bass. What, dude? Anyways, Bear River. Alright. We can also do some of the memories. In fact, maybe we should do that. Let's do that next. So let's go to Dragon Tears. It's not too far away. What, dude? Sneed. Let's go from Miko Village. Anyways, yeah, no, I used to play Overwatch, but it just got too, like, serious for me in terms of, like, how much I was trying. Like, I needed to win, I needed to get whatever, and I realized, like, man, I'm just not having fun with this. The team sizes were another thing that, again, made it very competitive. Like, you on, like, I mean, it used to be 6 per team, and now it's 5 per team. It also sounds like a nightmare. What, dude? Sneed. Yeah, things just got way too competitive for me, and I just wasn't really about that scene. I'm sure for people who actually do like playing games very competitively, that is something that they probably like about it, and I think that is valid. But it was just something that I personally never really got into. I mean, I guess I did get into it, but I realized I was miserable. And then of course they added a Fox character to Overwatch 2, and I'm like, don't fall for it! Don't do it! And like, no, I haven't actually played as that character. Here they're fun. Like, a Fox character who is also a support healer, like, it's, yeah. But nah, I never bothered trying it. Because odds are, even if I started the game up, because there's class limits, I guess people limits? What would you call that? Hero limits? Even if I did join the game of that, there's a good chance I wouldn't even be able to play it. Okay, let's see. We're going back to the stable. That is over here, and then we are going to head over to Impa, a friendly neighborhood Impa. Let's see. What are you talking about? Should land up here. Yeah, we can make that. Let's land up here. There might be a treasure. I don't think I said state. Did I say state? I don't remember saying that there is a treasure. No. I might as well. Drop this pot lid. Take your business, traveler. Oh, beans. You're sleeping. Okay, enjoy your sleep. Let's get on the bee course. I believe I parked you. Yep, I parked you right here. Zoom. Okay, let's go find Impa. They should be around here. Switch off of our incendiary weapon. Weapon. Ah, look at that little pony. That's like a full-sized horse. I'm just on this giant. Look upon me and tremble. Well, you're more of a jobs person myself. Ooh. Hey, maybe we do get our fire weapon back out. Let's see what's in this cave. Discovery! Let's melt. Am I like my ruby out of juice over there? Perhaps not. Okay, so I can't mine with that. Do I have a hammer? Yes, I have a hammer stick. Give me my hammer stick! Show me hammer stick! Ding! Well, there's a bubble frog. I don't think that's the only thing in here, but we're definitely getting him. Mist. Taking a flip is not in my lexicon, no! I will accept your gem rolls. Okay, we have 7 of those. Hilton will be happy when we run into him. What in the... Did I like... Why did like so many rubies just like spawn in front of me? That really looked like they just appeared. Ah, it's these clowns. Get off the ceiling. They go on my ceiling, it's not yours. Do I have I have some flame spears, that'll do. He's on the ground. Whoa! Where are you swinging, buddy? Slice, slice, slice. Can you do a sneed on a skateboard? Is that an official move? Attempt it. Hey, you're dead. Come here, oh beans. I'm about to try Sneed on a skateboard. You better run, Sneed! Open this up. Soldier Claymore Spear. I guess we could drop one of these feathered edges. Then let's grab our mining stick. Luminous stone. Stone. Now I need to drop it because I need to make space. I've got to add this too. Hey, let's melt this ice. Why are you a little gremlin today? That'll work. Ooh, treasure! Got a band. Another spear. I mean, I guess we'll take it. Let's hop out of here. To the roof! That just commenting. See, back to our horsey. Down here. He came through the roof. I did. I climbed right through it. Swim, 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 swim. No, I knew where the door was. I just didn't care. I think Link feels the same way. Zoom! You might want to move. I'm bigger. And alright, later. Give me some bones. This is just really stuck in my head. My patience is listened. Aye. These bones in my bones in my bones. Why are you telling me to stop? It's having fun. Keep on zooming. Okay, there's a memory there. I am freezing. I think I have more food. I do not. But you cannot guilt me into changing the mic. Just get used to it. It is an improvement. You're just not used to it. It's literally been 5 seconds. I told you they'd say I was too loud. Well, turn the volume down. Like, yeah. You don't know how to turn your volume down on your computer? How do you not know how to turn your volume down? Whoa! And I set this stable over here while we're up here. It's a bit quieter for me. Oh, I gotta talk to this guy. Some more food. Yeah, let's help this sign guy. I still don't trust whatever he's doing. Like, we live in a monarchy. I don't see any of these. I don't want to see any of these presidential people. I am the royal guard for the princess in this universe. If I start seeing some guillotines, someone's gonna get killed, and it's not gonna be us. No, this guy isn't Yiga, but I hope they aren't planning a coup. No way that works, but I want to try it. Yeah, let go. It'll totally work. Yep. Unforgivable! Yeah, you need a balance run. I knew that would happen. I literally said this isn't going to work. Hey, that's not quite in a little hook thing. FK scrambling. Yeah, it's about to fall over. Got that. We might hunt that moose. I need food. This, though, should be enough. Alright, well, not if it does that. Let's fix this. Oh, I forget it. Hold on. Just put this here. Yeah, let go. It'll totally work. There's so much help just trying to like get this done. You said it so many times, and I still don't believe you. God, that'll work. Totally won't fall forward or anything. Yeah, it'll work though.
Ah.
Try letting go. I wasn't sure if it would just slip through, but it did. But it was glued. Oh man. Yeah, it really just slipped straight through the glue. Hey, hold on a minute. Put that there. Let me fix something really quick. There you go. Put this here. He's just constantly afraid of everything. Put this here. Now that's definitely not moving. Stop being scared and talk to me, you coward. Yeah, that is not going anywhere. It is kind of wiggly. Hey, give me all your stuff. Sleepover tickets are like the most useless thing in this game. I never use them. Oh yeah, you told me about that. Get away from me! Oh, is that guy just stuck on the road? No, it's not on the road. I think you showed me a video where someone did some crazy stuff. Food! Oh, that's a bear! That's a whole bear! Bear picture! Just peeking. Hey, now we fight. I can do it, huh? Oh my god! Bears hurt! Weather forecast! Rain is wet and bears hurt. Come on! How much health does he have? Is this guy just invincible? Like, what the heck? Bear bullying? He almost killed me! Why won't he die? No DPS item. There we go. I broke a bow fighting him basically. This thing's about to explode. Didn't plan to do so much hunting while I was here, but that was a headshot and he survived it. My gear is garbage. Where's my chonker? There's my chonker. Is he like, no, I want come back, chonker. I whipped. Where's my spear? Oh, the chonker. Listen, they're very big. I mean it as an term of endearment. Hunting Link style. Yeah! I think I hit it with the horse. Oh, stop! Gourmet. So long. I think the horse actually got that kill. I got max need. That's another bear. Visit with Judy. These bears are so thick. No, it froze my chonker! How dare you! No! I don't want to be frozen either. Big boy, not chonker. Okay, he froze my big boy! What do you sound like? Let's go, big boy. Just like Yoshi. Yoshi. You listen to Yoshi. That ain't Yoshi. Mario. That's a splendid horse. You bet it is, old man.
Hi. Oh.
I don't like the way this guy's smiling at me. Dude straight up looks like he's about to eat me. Like, what is this face? I'll do anything to stop talking to you. Spicy! Spicy, spicy! You're having fun.
Yeah.
What's going on? I mean, spicy food, spicy pepper. They have to do some meat mushrooms, whatever. That sounds delicious. I've done it so many times. Oh, you have peppers here? Michael. I'm sorry you had a rough week, Steve. Here are the peepers. Yeah. Spicy. Spicy salt grilled prime meat. Like that's a meal right there. We got the spices and the meat. A number 5, a number 5 large. Like the number 6 with extra dip. Yeah. I'm not Big Smoke. I didn't betray everyone I knew. I'm a good person. I didn't say I didn't like GTA, I said I didn't like GTA 6. There's a difference. Eat it before it goes icy. No! Oh, you'll still eat it. Yum 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 yum. Okay, that's not enough for a gift. How about 2 of these? Eat some meats. Nick, I think GTA 4 is interesting. I just don't like the characters in 5 that much. Rip up, yeah, seriously. Give this thing so much meat and it just doesn't care. Maybe if you have this frozen accounts is less good. It's inappropriate. I'm feeding a pupper meat. There he goes! I can't recook frozen meat. Take me to your lair. Move your head, buddy. Yeah, that's a cool acorn. There we go. There's a good boy. I don't know what happened. We can try. We'll try when we're out of the snow area. $50. Nice. I don't know. I actually think the meat I gave them was worth more than $50, but I'll still take it. I would not eat frozen meat. You don't even know Link. Link will eat anything. Boy has no standards. We literally fed him a rock last time we played. Oh, there are fairies down here? I had no idea there were fairies in this one. Yeah, Link is canonically eating rocks. I actually scared every fairy in a 10-mile radius. The Hyrule Warriors. Hurting you? I'm pretty sure this model physically cannot blink, which is really funny. He hasn't even looked back. Gay, gay, homosexual, gay. I'm calling Nintendo! They're doing bad things to my Link! They're making them eat the thing we programmed that he could eat! I steal your wood. Oh, I forgot that guy was there. Nah! Let's go to Orchium Shrine instead. Wait. I'm a dupe. I don't know why I was like, let me hit A to get in. Nintendo ninjas. Capes needs gay, apparently. What's going on with the textures? You just said you. You literally said to gay, gay, homosexual, gay, me. I see the chat logs. Now your stick's on fire. We don't think about protest too much. Bye, 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 sexy bubble. Bye. You really gotta think before you say me. That's still on the screen when you said me. Link being short king has advantages! Ace, ace, ace. Little ace. There we go. Not me. I know, I've teased you enough on what you guys do. Aero, romantico. Still me. Honey, bye, I don't know. What's even happening in chat anymore? Arrows! Arrow? Look, we found arrows! Guys, it's your people! I picked up like 5 of the arrows. And in the chest. Hey, it's arrows! Me and my 4 other clones. Are you saying that every aromantic person is just one of your clones? I mean, bi but straight. Well, then that's not... Bi but straight is just straight. Garfield. I have bad news. You have fake news, my dude? Mer. Proteins. We need a bowl. What if I clone Scope then? If anyone's a clone of who, I think you might be a failed clone of Scope. They turned up the gremlin meter too high and you showed up. Nuh-uh. Spit. Do I look scaly to you? No, that was part of the failed cloning process. Any difference you say, I can just attribute to an incomplete cloning process. No one has been cloned, shush. I shush, I shush. I need tweezer. But not that one. And if I don't get dinner, you're crying. Ah, I forgot it was this, where we actually do have to fall. And then by idiot Scope, probably. I don't even think you need to add a reference to that. Although they probably say Greebles. Grubles? Hans Gruber? I don't know. Whee! We're gonna rub it in. I didn't even say anything. Orb. Look guys, we got the orb. Look guys, shinies. Look, distraction shinies. We got the distraction shiny orb. Look at it. Look at the orb. No time for sadness or anything. Just look at the orb. It's shiny. All you gotta see is the orb. That's all. The all-seeing orb. Ponder. You can ponder on it. Shiny. Yeah, shiny. That is not a triangle. Look at the orb. Look at the blah 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 orb. Look at the orb. That is not a triangle. It is clearly spherical. Know your shapes. Fire your teacher. You're clearly spherical. I'm fox-shaped. You guys don't know your shapes. Whee! I think it breaks. Ugh. No, it doesn't. That's a decahedron. Okay, you can go now. Really high poly count. No, don't fly out of it. It's not a triangle. I know I can just place it in, but I really want to chuck it in. Oh, I'm terrible at golf. I think there's like no friction on it. Chuck at its scope. I'm not gonna throw the orb at the dragon. Fine, fine. Or Kono. But whatever it is, I'm bad at it! Yeah! Look guys, I totally did this thing that was super difficult and totally not me failing over and over again because of my own incompetence. Ah! Skill. I would not like to play you in cornhole. It sounds weird. Wanna play cornhole together later? Like, it's so weird. Excuse me. I just don't want to play cornhole. Semi-annual cornhole tournament. Maybe I think it was it. Yeah, it's up there.
Ah.
Get it.
Oh.
Try defrosting. Oh yeah, 1 second. Well, I don't know if we can do it in the icy area. When the horse went off, and several part it isn't. Lavin attending the horses, taking a bit of a rest in the stable, and making terrible sounds. I know, but it's still cold everywhere else, so I don't know. We'll see. Anything was wrong. Exactly, there she was, Princess Zelda. After all this time, she was right in front of our stable. Princess came closer, and the golden horse thrashed harder. Then the animal broke free and bolted like nothing I've ever seen before. I couldn't help staring at that crazed creature. When I looked back at the princess, she was gone. I don't know that I can! Happened so fast. Oh yeah, no, you can't take food out of your inventory.
Oh.
Oh! Or a spy. Why is that still there? That was your payday. I don't know why they're still there. Anything at all. Still payday. Terrified for the life of me. Quick, Zelda! Seth, Zelda, technical reload. No, I can't do it. Why do you keep spending your points on it? You know. Right, she has such a cold expression. Full of warmth when she's been here before. Maybe the princess was very excited with the horse get away. Oh, the grenades. Really find that animal and bring it back here for her. Zelda is a nom-vet? I don't think that's true. She's not in the trees. I already checked. Hey, well, time to get the golden horse.
Oh.
First of all, Zelda is the princess. Secondly, they're not from a war. You know, let me worry about what is and isn't a mute's need. The trooping the Great Fairy blesses travelers and they hit herself very. Don't worry about it. Oh, spicy elixir. No, you said he. You said, what war is he from? You can't turn that around on me. That wasn't me trying to start something, that was you just not being able to know how to, like, spell, I guess. Sneed, drop it. I'm not arguing about this. End of sentence. And I said I'm not gonna answer it. A lot of gremlins over there. No one knocked at my door. I'm not gonna be able to do that until we do the music troupe later, but it's good to know that that's what that is. Give that thing a pretty wide... whatever. Not bother with that. There was no noise. Oh, hello. Oh, someone's fighting over there. Allow me to barge in. I got him! Sounds urgent. No! Yeah, you're safe. What are you doing out here? Nice work. Okay, Benny. Benry. There's much more over there. I will. Are you kidding? I will always accept tomato soup. That might be your own door. The Gabe is at your house. The Gabe is coming from inside the house. Benry. Benry. Their name is Benny, but I like calling them Benry. The Gabe is inside your house. Benny from Henny and the ink machine. Yes. Geoglyphin. Oh, so that's why you... I don't need trace of it. I'm complaining though, the rest up a bit. It's search again. I see you. See you on that. Stay safe, so yeah! Proud of that one laugh. You just save that person from a wolf by using wind. Step did laugh, lol. Blah blah. Now where's this golden horse? Do if you care. Told you laugh at everything. Are you laughing right now? Should you be laughing right now? I'm being funny. Why aren't you laughing? You should be laughing right now. It's like devolving. Let's go to the shrine. How dare you not laugh? Screw you. Wait, did that make you actually laugh? Do not have a condition. I like that song because it kind of sounds like the soundtrack has like tippy tappies. Like the songs got the tippy tappies. Oh, is there a gremlin in that? There's a gremlin in here. We'll save you, gremlin. And this is how you reward me? I saved you. There's a frost wizard nearby. Environmental storytelling? Is this a Skyrim game? Skyrim game? Is this an Elder Scrolls game? You even allowed in pubs? Is that a Goron? What is it doing up here? Oh no, it's a Korok. I know exactly what it's doing up here. Can't pay attention to you. I am paying attention to you. What's the easiest? Korok? Just rock. Now what? How am I gonna get up here? Because I can't climb up the ice. Ooh. Rocket? I don't think I have any right now. Like, that's my main issue. There are so many ways that I could get up here. I just don't have the means. What I could do... Melt this and see what's in here. It's another goblin. You know, hold on, I saw a platform and some fans down here. We're not everyone at once. Let's use this. Push. I missed. And then I got broken. You always want something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this here. Grab a flame emitter and a balloon. Balloon in the middle. Have a flame emitter. I know that a rock probably isn't the lightest thing to make a hot air balloon out of, but it should still work. A swoon, say something funny. Yo, this is the lightest rock I've ever been on. How is this working? Like, that is like, how heavy do you think this rock would be if it was like granite? Then what we're gonna do is... I can't grab it from there, so we're going to recall so I can nab it. Heavy. Got it! Piece pizza, there you go. Very heavy. Yeah, no, this is like the heaviest hot air balloon. We don't have a lot of battery power, so we have to do this in stages. This will get us the top, hopefully. I tried to grab it, but it wasn't working. Yeah, we're gonna jump as soon as my battery runs out. There we go! Nice, that worked. Pretty sure though. Huh, I must have been grabbing it wrong then. I kind of say something funny. Beepus. Beepus is very fun. Yes, I love this one! Power. This one's fun. Not only because the actual shrine itself is fun, but we can also do this. Because now we have that. It may not respawn. Oh, you didn't hear about furries at the Dome Heepo? Furries at the Dome Heepo! Yeah, I'm saying it right. The Home Depot or the... No, a Dome Heepo! Furries at the Dome Heepo. What is happening with my shaders? Okay, that'll be enough to make the rocket reappear. Cheese it. So now we have a rocket shield as a backup, which we'll probably end up having to use that sooner rather than later, for no other reason than I like using them. Now we put this here. Say something, haha. I mean, I've been trying. Most of my best comedy comes out of other people being funny, and I just kind of vibe. I don't know. Boop. Get him! Bonk! There we go. Hey, we hit the thing. Uno reverse. This has me. Oh, I know this one. Do I know what this one? So we need to have something hit this. The alphabet. Yeah, you met someone today? Was it Lady Gaga? Thank you. That's the end of the story. Let's try this. Get it! Whop! Bye! It's like poking it with a really long, bendy finger. Oh, I bet if I fall into there, I can get another rocket. I want to use my rocket shield on that. Oh no! New rocket shield! Nice. Hey guys, look at this! Big planet solution. It really is. Whee! I love rocket shields. 30 damage, not bad. That's better than most of my melee weapons. Okay, now we have 2 rocket shields, and we'll continue wearing our ruby shield. Why would you need to leave? Just vibe. That's kind of a you question. I don't decide things for you. Oh, a star. Like, I don't know. Okay, now we're gonna head to that tower. Well, where's the gold horse? There should be a gold horse around here. Where should I invest all your money? You should totally invest it in me. You should buy me-bucks. They're like V-bucks, but they have my face on it. They're called me-bucks. Listen, you asked where I thought you should invest it. Always go for the tentacles. V-bucks. Wait, ew, what? I always go for tentacles. Didn't actually read it. Listen, things happen on this stream, and you're a participant. Which means you are not above what's being said. I've never set this many mothers on fire in one night. I forgot about that one. Ever given me this power over your liver? Ooh, there's a golden horse. Is that what's been happening? First of all, they are special. They're my, like Greeble friend maker. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Let me on! Yes, okay, cool. That's not what happens. It is also not what happens. We got the butter horse! Look at those eyes. Homer Simpson looking horse. Let's see me fling myself across the stream. We got the butter horse. It really does look like Homer Simpson, doesn't it? I said horse? Butter horse? Also, It'd be, did she just say that? No, Link doesn't say. He's going like, ho ho. No, he did not. I think you're just hearing what you want to hear. And what Theo calls you in your private time is not my problem. Shut. Wow! I didn't even say it. Shut. Shut. I didn't say nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, yo. Oh, no. Yeah, Bep didn't say it, Theo didn't. See, they got me! I know if no one's got me, Jackie's got me. No. I don't need to. Hey, hold on. Not policing other people, especially the streamers. Yeah, dude, you're like on my stream, like, you know, you can't say that. No one's got me, Jackie's got me, Scope crying right now. Hey, Lucas finally come home. Yeah, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping the butter horse. It's a partner. Show up and save the day in the middle of my reporting work here. Kind of throws me on my saddle, you know what I'm saying? Giving you a hard time. The good deed here is a feather in my reputation. You make me proud. But Sneed, if you're worried about getting muted, just stop talking. Why is her face so small? Like, am I crazy, or is her face like someone? No, Pepper really paid enough attention to. Pepper knows I really paid enough attention to back or back her up, Lamau. Obtain and consume Cheez-It. Doesn't her face kind of look like someone took the me menu, got to the like entire face scale option, it's kind of went like on that like decrease size? No, it just feels like everything's very close to the very centered face. Take good care of it in your travel down home. Answer. Reunite this horse with the princess. Okay, and keep the horse for now. Wait, I want you to have this too. Ooh, we got the royal stuff. Obtain. We actually can get cheese. We can do that. I love the accurate decrease sound effect. Yeah, LMAO, yeah. I don't know if I'll take this with you. Ooh, that would have been useful before the quest. Oh yeah, no, let's go for cheese. That'll be fun. We'll do cheese after this. I don't know that I can get a Cheez-It, but I can get a wheel of cheese. I'm a little proud of myself. You're proud? I did all the work. You just stood there and talked to some lady lamenting. Also, yeah, the characters are actually based on me. It's just advanced, of course, which I actually really respect, and I think opens the doors to some cool like customization. I would love a like line up the features of that one. You really can. Like, I know what eyebrows those are. Is she like just smiling at me? Is that like. What the? She's just open mouth teeth, like, smiling at me, blinking and not talking for like the last 2 minutes, just. Small face. I'm cool now. What are you talking about? Papa! No one said anything about you not being cool. Why are you freaking out? Yeah, let's go to talk to this creep. I don't know why everyone in this stable looks so weird. Like, what is this guy on? I wish I like had a zoom function. Look at this level of meaning. Voice monetization is phenomenal. Oh, thank you. Hi, weed. He's it. Herb, gib, nerb, gerb, nerb, herb, snerd, and insert. That's so mean. Keeps it in himself. Seriously, what is up with this dude's face? Like, what is he? Like, maybe you guys don't have enough pixels, but like this guy is not okay. Like, Weed Pyro, you have experience with substances. What is this guy on? Yeah, of course it's okay. That is a good horse. What would it have 88 Bond? James Bond.
Oh.
He's not taking my weed at least. Yeah. Alright, what do we name this guy? Yeah, we gotta come up with a name for the butter horse. I am listening to you, Sneed. They're just NPCs and literally can't hear me, so we're okay. Sneed, I'm not. We already named a horse in Red Dead after you. I can't name everything after you. You gotta name him Butter again. Yeah, I did name him Butter in my first playthrough. Butter the horse is so fun. Butter. Should we name it the way Ash is spelling it? Butata. Yeah, let's do it. That was funny. Name him Gold instead. No, Butter is so funny. B-U-T-T-A-H. Butter. I'm waiting and leaving. Well, I hope you have something else to do today because we're naming it Butter. Yeah, is that the spelling we're landing on? Because that is really funny. Butter. Dude, you have two names that you go for, Sneed and Weenie, and I'm not naming it after either. Yeah, it's being named Butter. You can't see the type menu. Oh, you can't. It's just B-U-T-T-A-H. That's a fan. Butter. Oh, that is a fantastic name for a horse. Butter the horse. Oh, I love it.
Oh.
Name registered. Now let's take Butter for a ride.
Oh.
I don't think I will. Well, you don't want to ride Butter? Put the royal stuff on it.
Huh? Oh.
Horses are for riding, not butter.
Oh. Oh.
Yep, that'll do for now.
Oh.
Yes, I know. How do you think I've gotten to this point in the game and not know how to whistle? I'd like my prize. Hi.
Oh.
A Malanya bed. Why is Link a wolf? Wolf? Link is a fox. It's Fox Link. Fox Wolf Link. Lox?
Huh?
Flof. It's a Flof Link. It's Fox of the Kingdom.
Oh.
I would like a Malanya bed.
Oh.
Is it a mod? I don't know, I just started my game light and it just looked like this. I don't know. I never play. I wish Nintendo would be more open to adding some furry stuff like this in their games. Yeah, that's what it is. Northeast. Oh, so that's where she is. She is. They are. I think that got non-binary, which I really like. No furries. This place literally is like. Not a furry, by the way. I'm not. The entire game is furry bait stuff. Well, it's based on the wolf from Twilight Princess. Like, that's what the whole face is. Which, I love Twilight Princess. One of my favorite Zelda games. What is this foot?
Oh.
Caught your eye? Yeah, it's a big foot! You mean there's sketches of a foot of the rumored beast. Okay. Only when the stable to talk about the associations have the down. Rumors Princess Zelda has been seen with this creature. Oh, I know what these are. They're not that big. Now, I know what those things are. They, like, eat gems, and I don't remember what they turn them into.
Oh. Oh.
Hanging up frames. Find frames like this one across the stable and putting through a lot of the giant bird with wings with its spread wide and the Hebrew mountain. Oh, I know what this one is. You are a 4-wee. Well, Nintendo's always been weird in that, like, I swear that they make things that are very furry, but they never let you be it. Like, there's the Rito and the Zora in this game that are very floofer. But, like, you can't be either. Then Pokemon, there's all of Pokemon, but you're stuck as a human. And I'm like, okay. I guess I'll be the lame part of this universe. I don't want to get caught. I think it's a bit late for that. Everyone's got that guy's number. It's weird though, right? Like, I keep seeing that in games. Modern games are better at it. Prodigy, the math game, you know, cowards though. Like, it's odd that, like, I see it all the time in, like, game universes where, like, they'll have these cool races as cool monsters in games. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, for some games I understand, like with Monster Hunter, I understand that I can't be the dragon. But, like, in that game there's also, like, elves and you can't be them. Before for only 6. That's honest. I'd take that price. Depending on the game, I would actually. That's not a bad price. Knockoff Prodigy? I don't know what that game is. Oh, the math game? I've never heard of it. Turner at the stake. Like, is it on, like, cool math games or something? Painting quality. Last time you played it, could just be that you're not an infant anymore when you're playing it. Cool math games do, and then what's wrong with cool math games? Blast from the past? You'd play it and you'd actually just play all the non-math games on it. Not on cool math games, so I don't know what it is! You become the monster. I love games that let you do that. Like, any game that lets you do some, like, crazy polymorphing stuff is gonna be good in my book. Everything is weird. Ah, man! You know what's another game that has really cool characters and, like, a lot of different races and stuff, but you're stuck as a human? Freaking Wizard 101. I love Wizard 101. I think it's a very, very fun game. Scribblenauts is a cool game. I love Wizard 101. But man, why is everyone a cool, like, dog or, like, wolf or fox thing or, like, all these other species, crocodile people? 102 on my level. Like, all these cool species for animals and stuff. And I'm stuck as this, like, a 10-year-old human. Unless you take the polymorph potions, which they have sales on. Yes, you can! I don't remember which one it is, but you totally kept your, what's his name, like, Arceus or something? You're literally a 12-year-old with the power to put God in a Pokeball. It's insane. That was always the thing about legendary Pokemon that was always kind of weird to me. Like, in the first couple of games, it'd be things like Mew and stuff, or like the legendary birds. I'm like, okay, this is just like really rare Pokemon. They might... Mew is one of a kind, but the rest are like... They might not actually be like... entirely impossible to find other ones of. It's just really, really difficult. But then you get into things like, oh yeah, I just kind of stole Ho-Oh. It's like, wait, aren't they like the wish bird? Like, didn't you just steal wishes from everyone and only make it so now you are the wish master? And why are you not making infinite wishes with that power? And like, you capture Arceus, it's like, wait, you just stole God! And you put him in your PC because you can't even like use legendaries to do duels because no one will want to play with you. Like, you can't just do that! Or, I think Sun and Moon is probably the most egregious example of it, outside of Arceus, because stealing God is pretty hardcore. Where, like, after you beat the main campaign, you can go to all the islands again, and, like, catch the, like, island guardians that are supposedly the reason that the islands are even able to function. You're just gonna put them somewhere. Put them on an island. Feed them jelly beans. And there's an explanation for stealing Arceus like an avatar. That is not. That is BS. Because unless I was fighting that like thing the whole time, I absolutely chucked God into a baseball. Yes, you are still cool here. Ooh, cool Alfalfa. I like myself some Alfalfa. Alfalfa. I should have gotten the butterflies. Come back, Ash. Yeah, no, so that was always a part of Pokemon, though. It's always weird to me. Yeah, there's also, like, the animal fighting and stuff, like, when people are basically like... fight to the death! But I know it's based on, like... I absolutely chucked a god into a baseball. That's what happened! But I know that Pokemon itself is based on a trend in Japan that where kids would have, like, beetles duel each other. Have you seen this? It's actually kind of dope to watch. Kids would, like, have their own beetles. No one you to worry about. I love that that's quote 69. Like, kids would have their own beetles. And they would make them duel, and because of how beetles like fight, they just kind of knock each other over. Whenever's beetle knocked the other one over first, won. The two-gendered man and fish. Ow. Oh my god. Hey, see ya. I don't know why you're saying sorry, but you're okay. I said you were okay, but whatever. Bye. Have a good evening. Have a good evening. Ow! His bones are bigger than mine. I know, that's fine. It's just you said that, like, you were saying no to people saying you were cool, which is not accurate. But yeah, take any break you gotta take. Ow. Have a good evening to you. Yeah, that was always something about Pokemon that I'm like, I don't know that I should be doing this. Like, handling said, they're fine, they're fine. Fighting very recklessly. There we go. I think that's weird. Anyways, yeah, so Japanese beetle fighting is a thing, and that's apparently what the game was inspired by. Like, the concept of these kids who would have these beetles fight each other. And you care about the consequences of your actions, nerd. He's not dead, I just have his soul, I think. I don't actually understand what this is, but I helped him, he went home, and he gave me this. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like, I think it's like its avatar or something. They never really explain it. Like, Sage Avatar. Yeah, they never explain it in-game exactly how. Oh, I didn't take it. He gave it to me. We did a high five and that thing showed up. Don't worry. I'm as confused as you as how it works. Still open to be haunted, by the way. Yeah, no, we should totally play Metaphysical later. That'd be really fun. Be rad. I think that there are levels of haunting. Like, some that could be fun, others would be an absolute nightmare. Because what if you're, like, haunted by the ghost of, like, a Confederate or something? Like, that would be a sucky time. Like, if you get to choose the ghost, I think it could be a good time. But very rarely do you get to choose the ghost you're haunted by. Let's go for the tennis. But again, though, like, I think it really matters what that rando was in life. Because I feel like you could end up with some very not cool people as a ghost just following you around. And even if they can't hurt you, they can still definitely annoy you. Get moving! Eh. I should have marked the tower that we're after. Because after this, we're gonna get some cheap. Horse driving is abysmal. I know, I know. I'm not great at it. Horse driving. It's easier when there's roads. Why are you going that way? Alright, there's what we're looking for. So it's over that mountain. My ghost haunting dating profile. Like, watch where you're going, doofus. Well, I was looking around for other things. Okay, so we're gonna go back up where we came from, go up the mountain. Well, actually, hold on. Is there an easier way for... There is. We're gonna hop up here. To get disintegrated. Ah! Just disintegrated. Just go here. Like done in the church. Oh, maybe a ghost heard your calling for a nice ghost boyfriend. There aren't any insane guys in there. Don't say it. Nope, can't make that joke. That one will make people very angry. I'm just gonna let that one leave. Not gonna say it. Never specified boyfriend. No, I can't. There's no way I'm making that one. That one makes people so mad. I mean, no one here would care, but like... Nah. Not doing it. DM it to me. I'll do it later. Just remind me. Oh, no, I'll do it now because I'm gonna forget. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Hey. That is done. Get back to it. Cat face. Why are there so many thorns up here? Boo, overhyped. It's still a joke that would make people mad. Listen, I'm not big enough to be starting wars like that right now. Heck, there's a lot of countries that aren't even big enough to start doing that. Like, I know enough about Middle Ages and what happens when you start a war and stuff like that. I don't want to get inquisitioned here. I ain't about that life. And I'd never see it coming either. It'd be terrible. Made it. Why are there Yiga symbols in this one? This is my only workhorse. Did you just still invite some of them here? Let them praise their furry god. Image it in the Bible. I know, like, let them see me, you know? I mean, it'd be pretty cool. Seriously though, well, I guess those could be Sheikah symbols. It's so hard, but the Sheikah and Yiga are literally just the eye is upside down. So I guess those are Sheikah symbols. Yay! Cyber tentacles! Dump, dump. It gives me a heart attack. What are you doing, Step Tower? Oh, that's terrible. I hate it. No. I hate it so much. Cease communication. That was the because that's not gonna get anyone mad at me. It's not about the content of the joke, it's about is it gonna get someone really mad at me? Oh, that's terrible. What are you? I'm amazed that hasn't ended up in the... Well, actually, knowing Kaleido, it might actually be already being typed in. World War II? Oh, I guess I see what you're saying. That's so dumb! Jokes about it in the event itself. Yeah, that's fair. I think that there are ways to make jokes about situations like war. I just feel like people never do it. They never do it the right way. Because the people who would make jokes about it that are actually compelling know better. They're like, nah, I'm gonna pick a different topic. Because this one's a minefield. This is for people watching, but Jackie, I think you might be the only person cursed with the knowledge of Step Tower. So that's just a you and me issue now. So, congratulations, you're unique. You are unique in your new torment. But what I'm talking about is, like, you have to pick specific aspects of it. Oh my god, they're shooting bombs at me. Hey, hold on. Oh no, those are missiles. Either way, this is not good. Again, I think you have to pick specific topics that you can talk about in it itself. Like, specific aspects of it, and then pick the actual butt of the joke, which has to be, you know, the bad Germans. I feel like that goes without saying. No, but you can totally make jokes about, like, World War II and stuff. Like, mainly just about how inept... Whatever. No, but people make jokes about Nam, too. Like, I think it really depends on the type of joke you do. I totally think that they are risky jokes to make, and they're not really ones I would make that, like, frequently. No, like, I think if you make jokes about, like, talking about how, like, when they invaded Russia, they thought they wouldn't need winter clothes. You know, in Snowland. Like, that's not even a joke, I guess. That's just a weird anecdote. So I guess it depends. Like, would that even count as a joke? Because that did genuinely happen. They weren't equipped with winter clothes because they were like, that's a neat fact, not haha funny. It's one of those things where, like, it seems weird to be making light of a situation like that, but also I find the fact pretty humorous. I mean, you can talk about stuff like the fall of Constantinople. Ow! I mean, that's before World War I. Yeah, but war is definitely a hard thing. I wanted history lessons. Nah, but you gotta... That's the thing about history. The best facts are the ones you didn't even know you wanted. Like, the best, like, facts that I know about history are ones that I learned randomly, and I'm like, oh my god, how did no one tell me about this? Example, like I was saying, Constantinople. All I was gonna say is the fact that Constantinople fell because they forgot to close the gate. The gate was unlocked, someone dropped the ball, and the city fell. Yeah, they got your balls. What do we got in here? A light. Lights are so useless. I mean, they have a... Okay, carts are handy. Sleds, also good. Well, sleds are kind of mid. Is that everything from this one? I want to make sure before I move on. Yeah, that's everything. I mean, lights can be good in, like, the night zone, but just use a bloom gambling. It's less gambling and more you put in materials to get, like, parts. Like, it's not like you can't get a part from that. You will always get parts, but the parts you get are random. I guess that would be gambling. I don't know what that would count as. Kind of a gachapon. I guess it's gambling, isn't it? Well, no, it's its own thing. That's weird, isn't it? Because I don't know that... Oh, that looks dope. Freaking Minecraft is rising up. Look at that. Shouldn't light create heat though. Nah, dude, I think they're like LEDs. It's not fire. It'd be awesome if it was a torch. We are out of icy juice. Now, you gotta understand that the things they're getting at give you a toy. Well, that's the weird thing. Although with Happy Meals toys, like I don't know that there's a lot of people who buy the meal specifically for the toy. You know what we need to do? We need to start a fire. Let's drop some weed. I put it down. Well, yeah, no. So I'm thinking about it now, and it's kind of a weird classification because I don't know that I would call a gachapon gambling. The usefulness of fire. I don't think people ignore it. That looks so cool. Sorry, I'm just like, look at that. I mean, their name literally has arson in it. Many giant LED lights in a cold area. That's assuming the cold area isn't damp. Plus, fire is pretty cost demanding in terms of keeping a good fire running. Like, a spark is not going to do much for you in the long term unless you can keep it going. I absorb the flame. Observe the flame, not absorb. Look. Because, like, a spark is only as good as the fire you can make with it. And sometimes you just don't have dry enough wood to make a fire work. Especially, oh, we do have peppers. I missed them. Well, if you're moving, that wouldn't be an issue. What are you talking about? If I'm moving, that wouldn't be an issue? What? I don't understand what you mean. Simply traverse. Don't set up shop. But I think what you're ignoring is that sometimes the traversal is going to take like a month. Nom, 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 nom. Sometimes it genuinely is better to hunker down and wait for the weather to get better. Where's the moon? That's how I make them. Moon. Do I have a torch on me or anything wood? Does this have wood in it? Oh. I mean, this does, but I really don't want to burn my mining tool. Let's just wait here until morning. Hopefully it'll be a bit warmer. But yeah, like, fire is incredibly useful, but I think that there are also uses where it's... Wish I were Pyro TF2. Like, fire is a very useful resource. Like, it's pretty fundamental. But I think it is also worth remembering that it isn't always an option. You make that happen. Yeah, let's asbestos. I mean, I guess, no, it is an asbestos suit, isn't it? Specifically says that it's an asbestos suit. Can I see you shoot at something? Now, I think the biggest issue with starting a fire in the winter is the wood. One, can you even find any? And two, how damp did it get? Can you believe that detail was retconned because the community can't find me in the mask? Would asbestos stop you from talking? Like, I don't think they fill the suit with asbestos. We have a mushroom. Wasping weed. When does it say that? I don't remember that, but it's also been a hot minute since I've read the TF2 wiki descriptions of the different mercs. Asbestos line. What's so interesting about TF2 lore is that it's consistently inconsistent. Because there are aspects of it that, like, are totally like, yeah, no, that's just how that be. Like, Scout being Spy's dad. It's like, yeah, that, there's jokes about it everywhere, that's absolutely it there. And then there's other ones about, like, but one that, what is the suit made out of? Like, I think the real difference is kind of like late versus early TF2 lore. In that the late TF2 lore, which is still pretty whatever. I completely forgot about that line. I guess I always just disregarded it. That is a pretty brutal way to describe how Pyro talks. It's less wheezing and more mumbling. Unless we're talking about, like, his, like... or their, like... freaking Darth Vader style breathing in the Meet the Pyro video where they're like... like... sounds like they have asthma. Yeah, that is a weird line. Ooh, before we go... I want that. Oversized PC fans? Ah, I'll get it later. I just found them. I'm surprised you were more alarmed by the fans and not my giant crystal that I also have. Yeah, there, smoothie. We should really make a hover bike, but we don't have the schematic thing yet, so it's not really worth doing quite yet. But we will get it soon. Oh, what? Is that not close enough? That's a hover stone. Those things are like magic. What are you saying, Spep? Just the weirdness around TF2 lore. No, like, I don't even know what that would be referring to, because there's never really a point in which Pyro was like, had like raspiness. My only guess would be like the deep breathing that they do in the Meet the Pyro video, where like, like, they sound like Darth Vader. But the weird thing about Pyro is that I think in wanting to be Pyro, you've already eliminated your ability to be Pyro. Because I don't think Pyro understands what being Pyro even is. like, I think that in having enough of, like, self-awareness to know how you want to be, you are already not really Pyro. And I think that's part of what makes him such a fascinating character, is the fact that, like, all the other mercs are very aware of who they are and what they do. It's almost impossible to know how much of what Pyro does they do consciously. And I think that's really interesting. I think it adds to their character a lot. Because it adds this level of like, well, are they just some kid who likes playing with torches? Or like, do they know that they're hurting people? We have Pyroland, which implies that they really don't. Well, it's not about it being a subconscious act. You know what? Hold on. Do something silly. There we go. That worked. I think she's doing something else. Well, what's weird about that? The power is have a voice. A what? A voice diaphragm? What's weird about, like, the idea that Pyro doesn't know what they're doing is that there are clearly scenes where they are aware that what is happening is fire and they are about to kill someone with it. Like, specifically the scene in The Naked and the Dead where you see Pyro have murderous intent against a bear. Like, who they think is like Smorky or Smogger or whatever they called it. But like, that was a scene of Pyro very clearly wanting to kill something. Smokey is dead. Oh yeah, Smokey, they did replace Smokey. Well, now the furries have no one to compete with them. They can use that bear all they want. So we're gonna head to... We're gonna head over here. We're gonna go through Kakariko Village and go to Atano. I know we used a fire axe. Like, well, the point I'm making is not about what they used. It's about their intent behind what they used. Because, like, in that scene, I don't think you can write it off as like, oh, they thought they were playing with the bear. No, they wanted to kill that bear. They absolutely wanted that thing dead. And that's, like, the most malicious we've ever seen them be. It's not the worst thing they've ever done, because we've seen them do various other worse things in terms of, like, you know, murder. But, like, I feel like that scene shows some level of awareness in having murderous instincts. Because I guess we didn't see it from... No, we did see it from Pyro's perspective. Pyro's perspective was the bear telling them not to set fires. So, like, it's weird, right? And I know I'm totally overthinking some comic from a series of comics that's absolutely never gonna get finished. What's Ken doing here? We literally have no idea what they are. That's half of the appeal. I'm trying to say they mostly. But like the entire point of Pyro is that they have no one has any idea what they are. They might not even be human. Have a drug filter in it? No, that's just how they see things. At least that's what the lore tells us. Like, if you look at fan videos and say like, oh well, the mask has like the Pyroland goggles, and that's what makes them crazy, even though it clearly doesn't. Pymations. Yeah, no, see, that's what I was talking about. I love Pymations, but also like, nah, that's not how that works. That's just how they see things. It's fun enough for an animation though, so I don't super care. But yeah, but do you kind of get the point I'm hitting at? Where like, I think part of what makes them super interesting is like there is this childlike aspect. I mean, the first thing I think of is Sniper being obsessed with P, but that's also just a community-accepted canon thing.
Oh.
But no, I don't actually want to register this.
Oh.
I wanted to get my gold horse. But anyways, yeah, I find it interesting. Just the like...
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Like, trying to figure out what percentage of what they're doing Pyro is kind of aware of. Yeah, it's just interesting. I don't know. I think it's fun to think about. I don't even know how we got it on this topic. I think you were saying you wanted to be Pyro. And, like, I think that being Pyro requires a lack of knowing that you are the Pyro. A lack of self-awareness, that's what I was getting at. Get into this cave. Hey, so like, do what they do, but I don't think anyone can ever really claim to be Pyro. Like, Pyro will not announce themselves that, like, I am Pyro. Like, I don't even think they know what their name is. I think they're kind of like a pet, where, like, someone called them Pyro, and they just accepted that as what, what people call them. I wonder how the, like, administrator even found them. Like, what were they doing before they started doing the merc stuff? Because, like, with the other mercs, I feel like we have a pretty solid idea of the kind of stuff they were doing. Like, most of them being career criminals. In some form or another. But with Pyro, they just kind of showed up. Now, where is the Bubble Frog? Or Booble Frog, or blah 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 blah. Where is it? Ah, there's more cave up there. Yeah, I'm gonna need more water here in a minute. Oh yeah, no, you could totally do that. Like, I think you can totally pull off the aesthetics of Pyro. I think that's the one thing that you can really do. But outside of that, like, genuinely being Pyro, I just don't think you can do. I'm not talking about from, like, a gameplay perspective. I'm not over no, you can't be Scout because you can't double jump. But I just mean in terms of, like, personality. And some more your thing. Waiting for the day they give Scout a bomb. That would genuinely be terrifying if Scout had an explosives, like, scattergun. I would be down to try it, though. Flashbang out. That's probably not a good idea. Scout does not need an easier way to hit people. The only reason to survive Scouts half the time is because I can't hit them, but they can't hit me. Yeah. It's just fun to think about the TF2 mercs. They have so much, like, implied story and direct story with a lot of them that it's just kind of fascinating to kind of theorize what they're up to. And not like the game theory type of theorizing, they're just genuinely thinking about, like, I don't really have an end goal here, I'm just, what does the lore say about something? That's fun. Most of the time it's going to be exactly what you'd expect. Russian, like, Heavy is giant Russian lad. But, like, sometimes you end up with cool things where you're like, I actually genuinely don't know where this would go. And I think those kind of questions are some of the coolest. To an extent, there's some things in like Zelda, like the Elder Scrolls, other games like that, where there's like implications of things that are just never explained. And it's done in a way where instead of it being interesting, it's just annoying. For example, in this game, the Zonai, what the hot goat dad is, whose arm we currently have, there are only 2 of them left by the time like Rauru was like king of Hyrule. What happened to them? Where's their entire species? It's never explained. They never talk about it. No one even really mentions how weird it is that there's an entire species that went missing. Like, well, yeah, no, they're definitely gone, maybe. But like, what happened? Like, if you're gonna like tell me that like the entire species is dead, okay, I can believe that. But like, how? There's no like mass extinction event. There's no like. They don't talk about a civil war. They don't talk about nothing. That'll do. If anything, it'll fall forward and then get caught. Yeah, it's good. And it'd be one thing if they just didn't talk about them. I think this must have been known before. I'm just talking! No, you would still. Well, it's just because we're talking about talky stuff. Games like this that, like, I don't have to focus too much on what's actually going on kind of afford me the luxury of just talking. Like, I was doing this yesterday with Subnautica. Just talking about stuff. Like, I really like thinking about game design. I am far from a game designer. Man looks like an olive. The dude we were just helping? Yeah. Like, I don't know what is up with that hairstyle. Actually, I do know what's up with that hairstyle. Can't understand what I'm saying. That hairstyle is based on one of the builders from Ocarina of Time and then Majora's Mask. Like, if you play the Gerudo area and you see the builders that are like supposed to build a bridge or whatever, but they got caught by the Gerudo, they look like that. That's their dumb haircut. And it's still in the game. Basically, all I was saying, Jackie, is that I was thinking about, like, game lore, where people, like, they put in ideas and then they just never finish them. And not in a, like, oh, that's interesting and mysterious, I wonder what happened. But this in a genuine, like, I don't think you know what happened. That would be fun. I love seeing TF2 cosplays. Like, I think that the game itself really benefits by TF2 cosplays themselves not being that complicated. Like, your average TF2 cosplay is... Easy is not a word I would use, but, like, affordable, I guess is a better way of putting it. Like, they are outfits that you can actually make without too much knowledge of sewing. Because probably all you really need is a red jumpsuit. Like, and then you got it. It'll look a bit crude. Like a red jumpsuit, gas mask, you got it. Where I think of like other things, and when people try to like cosplay characters in anime, it's like you're gonna need like knowledge of how to do like so much crafting stuff before you're even gonna be able to pull that off. And they when they're done right, they look amazing. But it's that kind of thing where it's like, oh, I just realized I need that ice cube. But TF2 cosplays also look really cool. But you're able to do them on a budget, and I think that's really nice. I think it was planned. I think that's just kind of how it ended up. And like, it's cool. Like, to do a spy, all you need is a paper mask, a balaclava, and a red or blue suit, and there you go. You're the spy from Team Fortress 2. And I think that availability is pretty dang cool. I appreciate any game that can do stuff like that for its community. Again, I don't think it was exactly deliberate. I don't think when Valve was making the characters, they were like, yeah, no, we can totally do it this way because then people can cosplay of them. that's the weird thing about Pyro, is that, like, in a way, isn't every Pyro cosplay kind of a femme Pyro cosplay? But also, like, I mean, it's a non-binary cosplay. Man. Like, I think that's what's cool about Pyro cosplay is that because they're so androgynous, like, anyone can do it. Not that you have to be, like, whatever. I don't recall the change of rising time in this game, but it doesn't really apply to... You know, that is true! I don't think you can unmelt ice. Oh, Ultra Hand with memory. Like, I never thought about that, but you're completely right. Like, I'm thinking that's just an oversight. But, like, I would wonder how you'd actually do that. F unmelt. Melt. Who's melting me? Why am I melting? Ooh, Zonite speed. Oh, Kaleido, since you're here, we were just talking about a subject I know you like / despise because we talk about it, but it's mostly out of frustration. Equals synonyms, but don't worry. That thing before. Me melting? What? I'm so confused. But we were talking about, like, mysteries in games. The one goal of every trans person. Refreeze versus unmelt. Oh, okay, I get you. Unmelt, I understand. Oh yeah, no, we were talking about that, yeah. I think that is, I mean, it's not the goal of every trans person. There are definitely trans people who kind of celebrate their, sometimes they celebrate their androgynousness, which I think is very valid. And other times they will celebrate the fact that they are not gender conforming. They are trans femme or trans masc. They do identify with these identities, but they also celebrate the fact that they are not traditionally masculine or traditionally feminine. Why was there a blue? Oh, that was a leaf. So, like, it's the goal of a lot of trans people, myself included, but I think it's interesting. I respect the heck out of people who, like... One, I respect the heck out of anyone who rocks androgynousness, because that's amazing. And two, I respect the heck out of anyone who is confident enough to do gender non-conforming stuff. Like, non-conforming stuff. Like, that... I would not be able to do that. What a boss here. What if I wanted to play stuff? Yeah, like, it's cool. Culture people that are... You guys start as... The culture people to say, what do they even start as? I respect the heck out of that. I love that energy. Like, just true neutral. You want to be the Switzerland of gender. Who are you? Gender Switzerland. I want to see gender Switzerland. I am Switzerland. No, comrade, we are Switzerland. Yes, my gender is Switzerland, LMAO. Can you add that as a quote to yourself? I like the idea of, like, if anyone ever asks what pronouns to use for you, just say your gender is Switzerland. If they ask what that means, you can just say true neutral. Lady Impa. Oh! Aren't you a little old to be out here? You look like you're gonna fall over if there's a gust of wind. You came up in a balloon! It was non-binary. I mean, that's the most non-binary thing I've ever heard. How did Impa get past the monsters? I think I said the first time I played this too. Like, there's so many gremlins in here. Something. Yeah, like I have yet to meet a non-binary person that identified more with the title of non-binary than they did with Eldritch Thing. It's not that it excludes you from being funny. I think if anything, it adds to the kind of humor of it. But like, yep, no, that tracks. Out of curiosity, Kaleido, were you here when I said the thing about Step Tower? I want to know who did and did not hear that. Because as far as I know, Jackie's the only one who's burdened with the knowledge of that joke. You did not. Don't worry about it. They say something funny. Indeed. Maybe we'll end up at a clip or some point. Don't worry about it. Well, you know what? No, if you were here, you probably would have made it a quote. I don't know if you actually would have wanted to make it a quote, but I don't know if you would have wanted to think about it again. I can tell you if you want to. If you want to hear it and decide if it's quote worthy. Seriously, how does Impa get through all this? I mean, she might just be... I mean, she is a grandma ninja. She probably just walked past them. Feel fast. Hi! I'll tell you later in DMs. Something funny. Coffee table, sniper, and me. When did sniper say that? I know, but how did she get over... Impa must be a lot more spry than I give her credit for. But like, can you blame me? She looks like little babushka. Like, I don't even know if she has legs. A normal person would have difficulty going through this area. Able to as well. Yeah, I guess they might. They must be able to, because like the Sheikah are basically just recolored, or the Yiga are just recolored Sheikah. Hi Impa, don't mind me, I'm gonna touch this. Touch the rock. Go into rock. Later, Impa! I always find it funny that there's two modes of Impa in how she's depicted. Really strong, stoic protector lady who people simp over, or literal grandma raisin. Those are your options. You don't get any other for Impa. Still stoic. Yeah, still stoic. Although I've heard that she's a bit like ditzy in Hyrule Warriors. I've never played it, but I've seen the images of her from that game. And it looks like she's a lot more like, what's her name? Kura? I mean, hey, in Skyward Sword, you get both. Is Hyrule Warriors canon? It doesn't really matter. The Zelda canon is such a loop-de-loop for Fruit Loops that it really doesn't matter what is and isn't true. Like, I remember when I was younger, I was very big into, like... Well, I had the Hyrule Historia. Am I affected by the walk cycle? Yeah, it's up in the air. Like, I was super big into, like, what is and isn't canon? I gotta, like, go through whatever and get into arguments with other people about, like, well, that's not canon, so it's blah, 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 blah. Breath of the Wild isn't even canon? Well, it's canon to itself. Like, I don't know that you can say a game is not canon. If, like, a Zelda game has to be if it's a mainline game. But then it's also the kind of thing it's like, well, who's canon? Like, which lore is this following? Because the Triforce, like, never shows up in this. Oh, I forgot about that. Which, that's such a nightmare. The idea that this game somehow takes place after every other game in which the different games have different universes. Where, like, some where Link is dead, other ones where he just disappears. Like, it's a nightmare. Like, I feel bad for anyone who's, like, genuinely trying to piece these things together. Dude, good luck. There are some games that obviously follow each other. Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask. Twilight Princess is a sequel to Majora's Mask. Because, like, I think the adult Link in there, whatever. Who is canon anyways? Whose canon is it anyways? Kaboom! Just explodes. So I always misspell canon as canon. Oh. I just sometimes don't see the... Oh, she has legs. She's wearing a skirt. Now, like, look at her. What's good? She can't even see half of her surroundings. I just love that if you approach her from the back, it kind of just looks like a Roomba. Like a decorative post. Wearing a skirt. Yeah, but Link's skirt, one, his legs are completely, like, separate from it. Two, they don't, like, go all the way down to, like, past the knees. And three, Link's legs are as tall as Impa's entire body, so I think they can afford some skirtage. Femboy confirmed. You're just figuring that out? I think Link is pretty much beyond the concept of, one, gender, and two, gender expression. Dude, have you seen Link? Every dude in Ireland is now a femboy. I don't think the Irish are the ones that wear kilts. Isn't it the Scottish? No, dude, canonically in the first... Not even canonically. In the first game, you have to dress Link up as a woman to get into a town. Like... You need to look up Breath of the Wild Gerudo outfit. Like, maybe I actually don't look up Link Gerudo outfit Breath of the Wild. You're gonna end up with some weird stuff, I bet. True, now that's evidence. And, like, I saw just how happy he was wearing that. He loved it. Which is why I made him wear it in my second playthrough of the game. No other outfits. Rocking 3 defense the entire game. Just to keep Link looking like that. It's a fun challenge. Forced me to do a lot of dodging and stuff. It's a very nice outfit. It isn't in this game, unfortunately. Not that this version of Link can even change their clothes. I mean, they can, but I need to stay as a wolf. The next painting, the retail. I saw that one. Oh. Alright, so it's basically, she's telling us that, like, this is where all the whatevers are. Oh, ruin holds such secrets. Zelda went missing. How are they connected images here? There's no time to dawdle. Let's hurry and investigate the remaining geoglyphs. I'm sure the rest of it before such a trying journey. Happen to see a geoglyph during your journeys, I urge you to investigate this matter as well. If more strange visions are awaiting at the other geoglyphs, like the one you experienced, well, we have to provide clues about clues that could lead us to Zelda. I actually really dig this location. I think it's really cool. Also, I did the thing again. Well, I didn't realize there were stairs, so I just jumped off. I did that the first time too. Like, instead of, like, going up and down these clearly available stairs like a normal person, I just threw myself over the cliff. And just jumped off of it. I am such a sucker for map rooms like this. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know why rooms like this appeal to me so much, but there's just something so cool about them. Like, and it's like, it has like geographic like information and stuff. It has all the rivers. It has the castle over there, Mount. I was called it Mount Doom, Death Mountain. Shave his body for it, dude. You think he has any hair on his body? Dude is like an otter. Well, no, they're all hairy, but super smooth dolphin. That's what I'm looking for. Like, canonically, Link, no body hair. Link does not. Trans Link confirmed. Oh, you just... First of all, I don't think you have to be trans to not have body hair. And secondly, you're just figuring this out. It really depends on the Link. Like, these two Link, the Link from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, absolutely. Trans-mask Link, all the way. I refuse to accept any other universe. Link from Skyward Sword. I think they're just, I don't know what I like classify them as. They're kind of just there. Yeah, not only did trans men get body hair, they also have body hair. Yeah, no, like, so I'm like, I don't think that a lack of body hair is indicative of anything. I just like the idea of Link being a short trans mask king. I think it's cool. I'm gonna hop up here so we can get back to our horse. What is it? Blah, 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 blah. Trans femme? But that, are you implying that they shave their entire, like, everything? And they could. Though a lot of trans femme people don't. I used to, but I just ended up stopping. He did not necessarily have to. Some do. Like, I do, like, shave my face, of course, because whatever. Well, I mean, I'm a fox, though, so, like, I'm covered in it. It's not really any point. But if I wasn't a fox... if I was not a fox... Skinless fox, yeah. There would likely be a point in which I, like, shaved my arms and legs and then gave up on it when I was like, this is stupid. Like, the entire, like, women should not have any body hair on their body at all was started by razor companies to sell more razors. Which sounds like a conspiracy, but it legitimately is not. And not that, like, this sounds like a conspiracy, but, like, that's what they want you to think. No, but, like, it was an advertising thing. No, like, literally in, like, the early... When was it? It was... I think it was, like, the 60s they started the shift. Because, like, in the early, like... That dude sleep. He's got stuff I need. I need his toenails. For reasons that you don't need to know. But yeah, no, they legitimately started advertising to women. Women in those early 60s. What does that change? Like, you can be fair-skinned and still, like, have body hair that they want to advertise stuff to you. Like, I guess I just don't understand what that changes about the concept of it literally just being a scam. The actual paintings, they were, weren't they? You do realize fair-skinned refers to the color of the skin, not the, like, quality? Like, when people called people fair-skinned, it was because they were white, basically. Which was its whole other, you know, racist. Like, I bet it was, like, I don't exactly remember when it happened. But it was during an era of, like, a lot of industrialization. they can make a bunch of razors and they wanted to sell more. So they started making ads about how like the ideal feminine body is completely hairless and completely like whatever. I mean smooth. Nah, it means white. Or like paler. So like it was an entire like advertising blitz and it worked. You know, like the same way that Ford stole the roads from civilians. It wasn't just Ford, but they were like the main automotive. No, it was Ford because they were like the only person there. And the only vehicle manufacturing thing in the era that was like an American vehicle manufacturer. Have y'all heard that story? With all due respect. No, I can't. I'm just talking history, man. Like, I guess I could just not talk at all. I don't know what you want me to talk. Like, I'm just here. Burn! Got him. Yeah. Wait. I wasn't even talking about hair anymore. I had moved on to like how like business moguls stole other stuff. But honest, no. It was quite literally like, who's the whitest person in our kingdom? Like that's pretty. That is a. I never really thought about that. Because like. Especially in the Disney interpretation, they're like, oh yeah, it means who's the prettiest person in our kingdom, whatever. But the direct translation was probably just like, yeah, who's the palest person here? No affirmation. Well, yeah, no, totally. Like, for some people, it is. For other people, it isn't. That's just kind of how it be. It depends on your perspective on it, since gender itself is a societal construct. Like, sex is a matter of, like, biology or whatever, but the concept of gender itself is, like, what we perceive as a masculine and feminine thing is completely a construct. And varies time, place, and society. I think it's 100%. But the point I'm making in that, like, there are reasons to and not to do things. And I personally don't bother with that kind of stuff. Because it's like... Nah. I'm good. Oh, it's time for the... Oh, I glue all these plushies together. What's your face look like? Looking like Voldemort over here! What is this? I'm standing behind this person as a vicious wolf, and they're still scarier? What the heck? Nintendo, which one of you made this person? And kill the spare! Was that the school children? Please don't make that face. I didn't like the smile. Hi kids, I'm the sand seal lady. Enough pizzazz to it. Hello kitties, I'm here to seal ya. How's everyone sealing? Everyone's sealing good? What are you, me? I don't think I'd say. I think you're gonna make it, I guess. What are you doing? Wow! He said, I hope I remember not to glare at them, the kids. It sounds like a you line. Sounds like something you have to remind yourself, like, do not scare the children. This never made any sense to me. So, this lady will pay us if we get all 10 of them to reward us for, like, helping her. But also, she demands that we pay her a deposit. And if we don't do it in time, she's like, forget the entire thing. Doesn't pay us for helping her, and I guess just leaves the seals. Like, she is so obsessed with these need to be back in the cart in less than a minute and a half, and if it doesn't happen, I'm not even gonna use them. Like, and I'm charging you. Despite the fact that you were literally offering to help me. Like, this is a one mini game, like, that just did not make any sense to me in terms of, like, what kind of weird, like, I'm paying you for the opportunity to help you. Who does that? Scammers. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Oh, some of them fell out. Whoop. Bring the glue off, and that's our problem. It explodes immediately the second I put them in the cart. No glue zone. No way, you were wanting me to fail. Didn't think you managed it. Yeah, you did want me to fail. Get this smiling thing down eventually. You are a, like, snake person. Leave me alone, would you? Yes, story logic. Oh yeah, I was about to say about how, like, car advertisers did things. Here's the last thing I'll say about advertisements. It's something I could talk about forever. No, you cannot. That's so immoral. I do not give you the... I do not approve your, submission to being a child content YouTuber who has merch. Ooh. Alright, we need to remember that this is here. Take that. This is a monument to the memory of the souls lost during the calamity. It might seem weird that I'm gonna mark this. Let's mark it as a treasure. But underneath these, we'll find rocks with 3 ghosts on them, and they can give us cool weapons. So if we mark all those that we find... Yes, I did! I don't know who put it there, but it's mine now. Let's just change the map. Oh, you know what? That is smarter. I didn't think about that. Let's head back here. We're going to... Can I remove that stamp? Stamp. Delete stamp. We're going to go down a level. And on this spot, we will put... Let's put the people on the spot, because that looks like ghosts. So now, next time we're in the underworld, we can check that place out. And there will be ghosts who will hand us nice weapons. Also, about the amorality of stealing flowers from a memorial. It's always weird. Like, video game protagonist logic. Because on the face of it, that is not the nicest thing to do. But also, in this game, those memorial things are like the only place to find these flowers consistently. They're like spawn in the wild, whatever. And they're placed there with the express purpose of giving you an option to pick them up so you have them. And they're incredibly useful for potions and stuff. So, like, the game wants you to take them. Despite the fact that it does seem like a pretty not great thing to do. And it's one of those weird, like, logic moments where you're like, well, I don't think I should have done that. I doubt it. Foxes drop, like... I don't even think they drop meat or anything. Like, did the foxes even drop meat in this game? I don't think they do. I think if you kill them, you're just a terrible person. They do. Oh, I didn't know that. I never hunt them anyways. Because even if they do drop meat, they're gonna drop like the low quality meat. Your cousin murdered one. Well, I've ended a friendship with your cousin before even knowing them. It's one of those things where like the meat is not high enough quality to deserve like to even be worth going after. Sort of things like the bears and stuff which drop the gourmet things would give so many hearts. Drumsticks. Bears where? There were bears earlier. One of them almost killed me. Where are we heading? So we're heading down. Oh yeah, we're gonna go to Kakariko and then go to Hateno, which requires us to go this way. Yeah. Is that a joke? You're into twinks. Why would you want a bear? Like, I know your type. Shroud. Why do you know that? Because you are literally the most transparent substance on Earth. People are gonna make bulletproof glass out of you. Like, they're gonna use you as a glass, like, replacement. We're not a substance. Glass. Yeah, see, there it is. Nora bullet shield. We already went to that cave. Glass weapons here. Just why do you know that? Like, it's easy, man. There's a joke there too. Yep, she likes twinks. Well, it's pretty much that every time anyone that even is vaguely twink-like shows up in a game, you're like, ooh, neuron activation. Also, the way you've described Theo. Yeah, they are both good.
Yeah.
They're twinks. Twinks are good. Like, I don't think that good and twink are mutually exclusive terms. Dude, it's not my fault I know your taste. If you wanted to be a more closed book, you shouldn't have left yourself open. Literally, it's my fault. So your fault, you know my taste. That is not my fault. How could that possibly be my fault? Like, in fact, you know what? Let's play with this. How is it my fault? Go on. You have the floor. Yes. This lightning is very close to me. They're figuring it out. Pay attention to me. It's your fault you're paying attention to me. Yeah. The effort of figuring it out. You make it sound like some like Herculean like feat of strength. Like you studied me for years and that's how you figured it out. Nah, I just kind of like looked at you. Oh. Technically, let's. What's a gun? Yeah, we were playing Unturned, and there's a gun called Yuri. Well, you can't be what? Mysterious? Not a sub? Independent? There's so many things that could stop you from being. Oh, I think our bird just got struck by lightning. You're an independent cat girl who only need a thief. Box cackle. Hello, mushroom lady.
Hi.
Well, reason the pp.5 bison. Yeah, I think that's what it is, but it was called the Yuri, and I was like, the what? Yes, I am. Hey, Bennett, Misko. A parallel fashion sense. I mean, I never change my clothes. Okay, it's not my fault. I can't use an oven. Okay. Dude, that's just a name. I don't know. It's also a category of stuff. Let me make shopping lists. You make it sound like you're less of a partner and more of a pet. You're like a house cat. Don't do much around the house. You knock things over. They still love you. That's fair. Elements good thing the rate and fashion is about us two together. Tell me. Terrible 1950s wife. I think there's a handful of reasons you and me would not do great in the 50s, honestly. And I don't think the cooking is the issue. I think it's the whole rest of the 50s thing. Like, when did Stonewall happen? What, the 70s? You don't get it? I'm just saying that I don't think late 70s. Alright. I just don't think they cared for trans people in the 50s. The Stonewall? You don't know about the Stonewall? Dude, you gotta study up on trans lore. But just gay lore in general. Have you not been reading the gay agenda? It was on page 1. It was this, it's like a massive riot that happened at a gay bar. Poison school. Nah, so like, 1969. How could I have forgotten that it was in 69? That's so funny! Stonewall was in 69! That's amazing! So anyways, like, you know America in like the 60s, well, now to some extent, where like, kids like couldn't be gay. There's just not a thing that was allowed. Like, you just, no. It was just a no. No to all of it. And, so, like, gay people had to, like, meet each other in, like, really seedy places for a very long time. Like, they just couldn't, like, hold hands in the street or whatever, or, like, talk about anything. Couldn't exactly put out a, like, ad in the classifieds. So, for a while, gay people were just meeting in, like, train yards and stuff, like, in random storage containers. Doing whatever they had to do to, like, meet up. But eventually, the mob, who at this point, like, this is, like, Prohibition era, I think. When did Prohibition end? If this is Prohibition era, it would have been, like, late Prohibition. So the mob, super powerful, they have all their, like, private bars. It must have been after Prohibition. So they have all these private bars and stuff. You'd like to think that, but it was not. Hi! Threw fire at you! Unless it needs anything. Oh yeah, you just want me to throw it out. Not innocent. Optimistic. Anyways, so the mob basically sees that there's a bunch of these people who want to go to bars, but since they're gay, they are not allowed in. And if they are allowed in, they are not allowed to dance with who they want to dance with. And that's like gay, lesbians, trans people are just not even in the equation. Everyone thinks it's just drag queens. Like, at that point, being trans, people just saw you as being a very effeminate gay person. So, like, yeah. So basically, there's all these queer people, they need a place to hang out, they don't have a place that they can exist in. Enter the mob. The mafia sees an opportunity. A financial one. Because they're the mob. Oh, I have so many. I should actually go to the goddess statue before I move on. And they're basically like, okay, listen. you're all gay, you're all whatever. We will let you do whatever you want in our bars if you show up. So they're like, so they basically make it completely kosher there to like, you're gay, holding hands with a dude, do not care. Buy our cheap, watered down booze. You're a lesbian and you end up whatever, who cares? Drag queen? Yeah, slay. They do not care. And they'll just like, they just let people do pretty much whatever in these places. And that's like the first types of gay bars. Documentary yet? Yeah, I watched that one. I had to for a queer studies class I took. And yeah, it's amazing hearing the testimonies of people who are actually at Stonewall. So basically, mob is all like, just do whatever, man. Just buy our booze. We do not care. So this happens. These gay bars start popping up. You were the one I swear I took a queer studies class, didn't I? Oh, okay, that's what happened. That makes sense. Either way, it's an amazing documentary. So this is going on for a while. The mob has all these gay bars in like big cities and stuff. Let's wait for this guy to throw a rock at me. Throw your arm! Catch! Oh, whoops. No, I did it. Now let's ascend up here. And they just let gay people do like, you know, exist. Which for the 1960s is a pretty rare occurrence. Anyways, New York cops hate it. Like, they hate it. Like, it becomes this whole thing where, like, everyone's freaking out about how the gays have a place to exist. Plus, the mob is technically selling illegal alcohol in these places. Like, they're selling without a license, whatever. The entire thing is illegal. But the main thing was a moral panic over gay people not being, like, hidden in the shadows. So they start raiding these bars. Like, they destroy them. And the mob, instead of deciding to cut their losses or whatever, like, in one of these raids, they, like, broke down windows, they, like, broke the jukebox, they did whatever. They were trying to shut this place down. The mob, instead of moving on, literally put the windows back and got a new jukebox to make that place available the next night. Yeah, no, they broke everything. Feels wildly unnecessary. Dude, they're cops. All they know is aggressive, wild, unnecessary aggression. So they get the bar repaired completely for that night and open again. Basically, it's going like, no, screw you, we're staying open here. We're not gonna, like, kick the queer people out, whatever. So they do that. And it's less that they're like, oh, well, we want to keep the queer people. No, they were just mad that the cops thought that they could like muscle in on their territory. Like, they just didn't like police thinking that they can just go in and do whatever. It was kind of just a happy accident that the queer people were also given a space. Because, you know, capitalism and criminals. Very rarely do criminals do anything because, yeah, that's a good thing for us to do. They're like, oh, what, this is gonna make us rich. So they rebuild the place that night. Like, between the night and the day, it's opened up again immediately. Queer people come back, bars hopping again, everything's going crazy. And police, like, the police department is obviously like, how dare they? And they do another raid. He ate my bird! Spit him out! Yeah, he's fine. So they do another raid. Oh, hold on. And, oh my god! I don't quite remember the exact details, but eventually, like, they're doing another raid, stuff happens, but instead of getting forced out this time, the, like, group of, like, queer people, specifically drag queens, led the charge on it, were not gonna get kicked out again. So they managed to scare off like an entire police battalion out of this place. A bunch of people, like a bunch of drag queens, they literally beating cops off with their heels. It's an amazing thing to see. And like in that documentary, you can hear them talk about it. And they're like laughing and talking about how like, yeah, there's one person, and they like said their drag name, literally beat a cop up with a heel. It sounds fantastic. And the entire thing eventually turns into this massive march where like all of these queer people are like going across picket lines, going across like these lines where like cops are set up to try to stop queer people. And they're all terrified. All of the cops are just freaking out because there's basically an army of gay people just existing in the wild, and they're like, ah! And eventually, after like, I think it was like a day. Was it a day? It was a while of like these cops just doing what they can to like suppress and get rid of this crowd. They just give up. They're like, you know what? Screw it. Fine. You can have this bar. Just shut up. Or just stop rioting. Like, stop scaring us. You're too scary. And, I mean, it wasn't even a riot. Like, yeah, there was violence, but it was mostly queer people beating up cops. Not to say that it didn't go the other way around. Because it absolutely did, especially during the, raids. The police were not exactly innocent bystanders. But yeah, no, there's this entire thing, and they basically just, like, defeated the New York Police Department and got to keep their bar. Yeah, that's a Stonewall. It's an insane story, and it was one of, like, really, like, first really big moves for queer rights and stuff. No, the queer people are absolutely in the right here. Oh yeah, the mob just wanted cops to not muscle in on their territory. Cops hated queer people. So like, it was a situation where there's all, like, whatever. The mob was basically just kind of like how the French supported the United States in the Civil War. Where they're like, we really don't care about your whole independence thing. We just really like that you don't like who we hate. They're like, we're gonna keep helping you. Because not only are you basically paying us to do something, like paying us a premium because you know that there's no other bars you can go to, so it's a complete monopoly. You're also you're fighting our fight for us. So it's like, yeah, you know, this works, who cares? And the cops are just cops, so. Oh my god, I forgot you were in here. I forgot this guy existed. Throw your hand at me. So yeah, like, that's a Stonewall. Ridiculous, like... I've said that a lot, actually. I believe it. Like, it's the crazy thing about the mob, and I think it's one of the reasons that people regularly, like, glorify them, is that you hear stories like the Stonewall and stuff, and you're like, that's so cool! Or like, how in speakeasies they would, like, you know, actually let black people into them. And you're like, wow, the mob is so, like, so ahead of the times, whatever. And it's like, nah, they just wanted money, and it doesn't really matter the color of the hand that did it. You know that, right? No, that's the thing. Like, fundamentally, all mob families care about is their bottom line. And it doesn't matter who they're getting their money from. And right now, it is convenient for them to get their money from queer people. But in the Stonewall situation. But yeah, so like that's Stonewall. It is a really crazy story. And it is amazing to hear like the drag queens of the era talk about it. The thing is, the Stonewall incident did not make the mob look good. Because at that point, public perception was against queer people. That wasn't about like a PR stunt. It wasn't like there were people, I mean there were some people that were probably like, well, they're people, you should be able to do whatever. But the general consensus was, everyone hates queer people. They're like a danger, whatever. Oh yeah, no, in general, there's definitely, like, wasn't Capone, like, infamous for being, like, a really big salesman of, like, yeah, like, he showed up on TV all the time and just basically talked about, like, yeah, I'm making sure everyone has a good time. There actually is this fun game I've played. It's called Empire of Sin, which sounds like it would actually be a worse game than it is. It's about being a, ooh, Luminous Stone. It's about being a Luminous Stone. It is about being a mobster in the Prohibition era. And there's a bunch of different, like, crowds you can... No, it is not that game. It is actually made by Paradox. The people will make, what is it called? Crusader Kings. I think it was Paradox. Yeah, it's Paradox. So they like make a bunch of these like strategy-based games that have like stories and stuff. They're like, that's their thing. And of course that game is a lot more lighthearted than the actual like era. Like, don't get me wrong, people do absolutely die in that game, but there's a lot less like outright villainy. It's a fun game. 2010 Faction Wars? What are you talking about? Was there like a gang war in the 2010s that I didn't hear about? I don't know what you're... Faction war in 2010. I genuinely don't know what, like, conflict you're talking about. What do you mean, are you serious? Like, aren't there faction wars, like, all the time? My ambient noise. I guess the point I'm trying to make is that, like, aren't gang factions, like, always in conflict? Like, yeah, there are times that are worse than others, but, like, isn't there always a lot of, like, kind of prodding at each other? I've never known criminals to be the peaceful type. I think the reason the Prohibition era gets so much attention in terms of, like being a time where people are like, yeah, this is an era we want to set our game in, is one, it's very romanticized. The whole idea of, like, basically every American kind of wanting to be a criminal and go against this law that they all voted for some reason. And, like, this kind of, like, era of high profile, too. Yeah, like, it's the one that, like, everyone's gonna talk about because it's one that affected everyone. Like, there isn't really a single person that wasn't affected by Prohibition. Yeah, no, that is a big difference. Like, there isn't... we don't have a, like, the equivalent of Al Capone right now. I think one of the other things that, like, people generally accepted from, like, Prohibition mafias, Prohibition crime families versus, like, nowadays crime families is that, like, crime these days, of course, is not associated with alcohol, it's usually associated with drugs. And I think that people are a lot less like, yeah, let's go, for, like, narcotics. I think it's a lot harder of a sell. You're just gonna get a lot less, like, you can't really... Like, it's a lot harder to romanticize that. Some people do it, like, you get things like Scarface and stuff, where it's, like, early 2000s Miami. Well, yeah, I think that that's the other thing, is that past Prohibition, that kind of stuff has to be very hush-hush. To avoid, like, attention from the... what are they called? The FDA. Like, they existed, like, there was an entire thing for that with Prohibition, but, like, they all just got bribed. But, like, no one cared. Well, not the FDA, the FDA, the AFT. I think it'd be the AFT. AFT? Is that what it is? Like, AFD? What is it? Like the alcohol, tobacco, something? I think that's what it's called. But even then, there are people, like, there are still, like, shows and stuff that do romanticize that kind of thing. My Families is easier to explain. The, like, anti, like, drug people, like, aren't they, like, the AFT or something? Like alcohol, tobacco, something. FDA? I was thinking that it was the FDA, but like I think that there's a specific like part of the FDA that is specifically like doing the raids and stuff. I think they are overseen by them. I could have sworn there's like the alcohol, tobacco, something. There's some organization that's called that. Did you say FAT? I don't think I said FAT. Which would be a hilarious name for a government organization. I went the wrong way. Yeah, but even with me saying that it's a lot harder to romanticize the idea of like the drug trade, it is still a thing. Like there's things like Scarface, Breaking Bad. Like there are still things that romanticize criminality. Police forces, isn't it? Well, yeah, but there's specific like task forces that are set up for that. I'm curious. My horse will stay on the road while I'm looking this up, so I can take a minute. There's like the agency of tobacco and alcohol. Look up AFT and see if that's what it is. Freaking alcohol traders. Okay, no, I do not think it was the American Federation of Teachers, so I don't think I got the right. I love the idea of the American Federation of Teachers being the ones like, and we're gonna catch those drug dealers. I hope it isn't, yeah. Man, that is quite the task force. Imagine you're like kindergarten teacher. FTA? That's the Federal Transit Administration. I also don't think they're the ones doing it. ATF? Yeah, I was right. It's the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Excuse me, pardon me. That's the F is firearms, but it's alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. Well, would they even deal with drugs though? I guess it's not really in their thing to deal with it, is it? Scamper! Go on. I'm just gonna mine this thing with my shield. Oh, I should be using the... Oh, and do you respond to that? I don't know. I kind of just accepted this kind of stuff from you at this point. Nothing really surprises me. Like, sounds a bit... that tracks. About right. Wow, that flung me after I killed him. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we feel that or the actual mob family. I mean, to be in a faction war with the mob, wouldn't you have to be, like, wouldn't there be some kind of criminality involved? I don't think they make a habit of just, like, stopping random people for the heck of it. I mean, I'm sure there's people who do it. But I doubt those are like Dawn sanctioned whatever. Like, I just want you to be a menace. Like, I don't think that happens very often. You going the right way? Yeah, we're going the right way. You know, pull a right here.
Yeah.
Let's see. So. Anyways, yeah, no, it's interesting how much it's romanticized in American, like, culture and stuff. Considering how, like, fearful of crime America seems to be. Like, it's a strange, like, paradox, isn't it? There's always someone on some, like, newscast talking about rising crime rates or some other BS that they completely made up. Or, like, how bad it is in certain towns with how many criminals there are. But then we also all, like, love shows. Like, we all just, like, consume these shows about criminals and stuff. And, like, some people, very wrongly, will, like, see these people as, like, role models, which that stuff is crazy to me. The people who see, like, Walter White and they're like, that's how people should be. Like, I really don't think it is. In fact, I'm pretty sure the point of the show was that you should not be like him. But, like, it's just fascinating. Anyway, what, are you just hearing this? You know the amount of people who, like, hyper-fixate on Walter White? It's the same people who are like, man, you know, the Joker was right about this. Like, the whole, like, people who, like, are super obsessed with the Joker. It's their background on their phone. They, like, do all this stuff. Talk about how, like, how much of a joke everything is. They're gonna crack one day. And, like, all this other stuff. It's genuinely pretty concerning when people talk about it. But, like, I see it all the time. Where you see people, like, very much putting these characters on pedestals. But at the same time, a lot of society will also kind of live in fear of criminality, and I guarantee that these people would hate being involved with a criminal situation. Even though that would actually be pretty terrifying in a lot of cases. So it's a weird conundrum. Like, it's this weird, like, thing to both, like, fear something while also romanticizing it. Well, yeah, I don't... Most, like, situations that are criminal are not known for their happy, fun times. I guess it isn't really that weird that I'm thinking about it, that people are like, yeah, no, that would be so cool. Because, like, people also do that with, like, every era of history.
Hi.
Freaking, like, war movies get really, like, whatever.
Oh.
There are caves in this area. Yeah, I've been in them. Caves are tricky things. It's almost like they're made out of stones. Smash says, yeah, I've been doing that. Yeah, no, I'm wearing a rock.
Oh.
Yeah, like, it's weird. Whoa, hold on, what am I wearing? Okay, that's electric, let's give it to that. Almost got struck by lightning. Stones, rock and stones! Yes, neuron activated. Going the right way? Oh no, this is gonna take me to the Zora's domain. We actually need to go down this road. So let's head south a bit. Yeah, it's a weird conundrum. The amount of things that are romanticized while also being... I don't think people are straight up saying that, because that's not really the part people talk about when they're, like, romanticizing criminality. Because that would necessitate the fact that these people would be acknowledging that, like, it's incredibly risky and life-threatening. and take away from the power fantasy of being some like mob boss or like whatever. It was like, yeah, I'm in charge of everything. I'm the Don, whatever. Which 75% of these people, if not 80 to 100% of these people, they are not the Don type person. They probably wouldn't even get made. Like, they are low-level associates that are probably going to get disposed of at some point. Because the people who are like that, like, if they're lucky, they get made and they're just some meathead that the, like, mob would send after people. Yeah, no. It's just, it's fascinating, that, like, dichotomy. And, like, I'm not holding to any illusion that's like, oh, you like Breaking Bad, you must like being, like, a whatever dealer. Like, no, I'm not saying that. You can like the show for being compellingly written and all these other things. Not everyone who liked Breaking Bad did it because they liked the idea of being, like, a power fantasy, whatever. For you in stream, can you experiment with whatever? Like, the response isn't concerned or whatever. Human response to it is just, whoa, stabby, stabby, cool. Yeah, I noticed that a lot. Like, and it's the same thing with, like, people who are, like, pretty much against anything. Like, I noticed it with, like, people who are, like, against furries and stuff. They immediately start talking about, like, violence and whatever, and, like, how many weapons they own. And I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, it's just this, like, hyper fixation on violence. You know, no, I've seen, like, videos of people who look like they're 12, granted, flaunting their, like, whatevers while wearing, like, a Punisher shirt or something. Half of them are flaunting airsoft, and it's usually pretty easy to tell when you see them. Which is always hilarious to see someone threatening people with an airsoft gun. Like, on the internet, they're like, they think they're so hard, and they're like, dude? Yeah, right, like, live orange tip reaction, seriously. Or like when they paint over the tip and they think that's enough to make you not notice the very airsoft tipped end of the barrel. Or they just cut it off and think no one's gonna notice the fact that the barrel looks sawed off. Which means that they either have an airsoft gun or one of the most illegal things in America, and now they're showing it off. So either way, you're really stupid. Before you in stream, can you experiment with taking off the compression and stuff? Oh yeah, it's mega illegal. Some people do it anyways with, like, airsoft things or whatever, but, like, you're not supposed to. And in a lot of airsoft, like, places, like, where people actually do airsoft with each other and stuff, you cannot do that. It needs to be visible. But people will still do it. Like, there's people who customize their Nerf guns so they're, like, super crazy. But at least with Nerf guns, they're so blocky that you can still usually tell that it's a Nerf gun. I'll do that now while we're still working our way to Kakariko, which is where I want to end today. So I will take off... What do you want me to take off? Compression and gain? Okay, so we will... I made a scorch shot and everything. I love that kind of stuff. Hey, I have them on... There's like a hidden eyeball thing, so I hope that's turning off the filter. I genuinely can't tell. I don't know if there's a way for me to turn it off completely without deleting it, and that would kind of be a mess. If you notice anything different, I guess here it is. I do love that kind of stuff, like when people make like video game guns out of like Nerf guns and stuff. Fun learning about guns. I'm not a big gun person either. Most of what I pick up is just from video games. Or like, I was big on Nerf when I was a kid. Okay, we're gonna go to Kakariko. Glad I looked, because we're gonna go the wrong way. I have considered getting an airsoft, like, something to, like, mess around with, but, like, I never really had a reason to. Because I'm not gonna, like, go to, like, airsoft meets or whatever, because that doesn't really appeal to me. And there's no way that anyone's gonna want to have, like, a little airsoft thing just, like, outside the house or whatever. People would rather use a Nerf because they hurt less, which is valid. So at that point, it would just be something for me to have to, like, I don't know, shoot cans with or something, and at that, like, what's the point? I might as well just get a cool Nerf gun. I do have plenty of. Yeah, real talk, Nerf is fantastic. The only thing I dislike about Nerf is how hard it is to find the darts afterwards. Like, it would be easier if, like, it's in an enclosed space or whatever. It's mainly fear. People will tell you other things, it's 100% fear. Like, that's the only reason. Like, if someone buys a firearm, it's usually fear. Usually on the buyer's part. Wait, hold on. That's not even connected to anything. Why is this here? Oh, it's to give me a foundation. That's smart. Like, people buy firearms because they think they have to whatever. Like, assuming you're not some, like, crazy person who's like, I do it because I want someone to break into my house. Which, those people exist. They are insane. Literally waiting at the front door, just like, any day now! Like, whatever. But your average person who isn't, like, crazy... Well, it's less that and more, like, mass media will talk about... Again, it comes back to, like, those crime rates. Like, crime is on the rise! All this stuff is happening, whatever! You need something to protect yourself because they have one! Like, it's just a really sick, like, advertising scheme. Like anything else in capitalism. Only this one's about things that kill people. I'm gonna mark this really quick. Yep. Always has been. But people saw, like, a slight increase when COVID happened because people were, like, freaking out. Mainly white people who didn't understand what, like, rationing was. And was so convinced that the other people who might be richer than them might do something crazy and take it all. Like, well, you can't hoard, I need to hoard, instead of, like, you know, everyone just getting one and then there wouldn't be shortages. But yeah, it's entirely fear. Sometimes fear, I can see fear being justified if you are of a minority. I understand people's fear. I understand it. I don't necessarily think that they, like, needed a firearm, but sometimes, like, I don't know. But that's why it's always fear. That's what it is. Either that, or they are, like, belonging to some sort of social group that, like, hold it up on such a high, like, hold up firearms on such a high pedestal, and, like, owning one is somehow a status symbol. Let's get some stamina vessels. And, like, there are, like, hobbyist shooters or whatever, which makes no sense, though. Things that are status symbols very rarely do. Some are. There are cheap ones, from what I can, like, glean. I mean, an expensive thing is a status symbol. Like, that is the point of a status symbol. Neither would I. But it's more like... I'm a whatever American, now I can record TikToks with my hopefully unloaded firearm. Be all hard and stuff. Like, there are some more legitimate reasons to get a firearm. Yeah, that sounds terrible. Like, if you're, like, someone who is like, in a community where hunting is a big part of your, like, just general lifestyle, I can see that being a valid reason. And then there are also types of firearms that I think you have more valid of a reason to have than others. Like, if you live in a rural area, having, like, a coach shotgun or something to keep, like, bears from killing you, I get that. That is legitimate. I understand. Like, that I totally think is a valid reason to have something like that. Because it is a genuine, like, you're in an area where you need something to protect yourself. That's okay. I get that. If you're in, like, the inner city, what do you need that for? You get attacked by, like, some... what? Nah. Anyways, that's enough of that. Hunting rifles, yeah, that's one of the ones, and it also happens to be the ones where it's really hard to do a lot of damage with them in a short amount of time. I always like double saving. I just like to make sure. Either way, I think that is it for me. We made it to Kakarika Village! So we're gonna have some fun stuff to do here next time we play. And that will be fun. Anyway, that is it for me. I will see all of you creeps next time. Also, did you notice any difference with the gain and compression being off? I think it's better off. Okay, we'll leave it off then. I trust your ears, whatever. Why live with dangerous once I appear in shotgun distance? A shotgun wouldn't work in an alligator. I feel like it would do a pretty good job against one. And preferably, it wouldn't even be that close in the first place. And if nothing else, shotguns are also extremely loud, and that can drive some animals away. Which that alone is a valid reason to, like, fire one. Either way, I am done for now. We can talk about this in Greeble Discord or something later. Anyway, goodbye, Greebles. Have a lovely Greebling. Goodbye. Bye, 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 bye.